then you're going to go into the dime calculation, and you always have to do the dime calculation. This is the, probably one of the most important things to what we do as a company, by the way. Because if the client doesn't understand the dime theory, then they are, they don't really understand how we're selling life insurance. Like for example, I don't want to just give you $1 million of life insurance. I want to give you the amount that you actually need based on your family, based on your situation, based on your needs. Fair enough? Okay? So that's why this is critical, right? So to properly protect your income, experts say you need about 8 to 10 times your annual income. So if they're making $3,000 a month, times 10 times 12, that's $360. Times, God forbid you passed away, Alfred, I'd bring $360,000 to your family, okay? They can do whatever they want with that money. That's their money. I would just recommend, as your financial guy, that they take that money, invest it at a 10% rate of return, conservative rate of return. If we can get a decent return on that money, then that's $36,000 a year. And by the way, I always say if we could get that kind of money. It's just a way to protect you. If we could get a 10% rate of return, because that's not guaranteed. It's not guaranteed that you can get a 10%. But if we can get a 10% return. And by the way, for anybody that's just watching this, understand the only reason why I'm saying 10% is because if I say 5%, everything would be double. Every number would be double. And for most of our middle market clients, it would completely blow them out of the water as far as the amount of coverage that they would need. So just to be fair to all of those clients, I think it's a good idea that we start with 10%. Now again, if they want more coverage, they can always ask for more coverage. We can always stack up the coverage even more. Or if they're concerned about the 10%, we can double the coverage and give them sort of an analysis based on 5%. Make sense? Okay. And then so $36,000 a year, that's $3,000 a month if you divide that by 12 months in a year. And then you draw the little line right there. Which does what? Which does what? Replaces the income. Okay? So replacing the income. Now, if they say, huh? If they say, what? If they say, I don't understand. What do you, wait, say that again, right? Say it again. Teach it again. Make sure they get it, Tong, because if they don't get it, then you're gonna confuse them, and they won't know why it's important to have that amount of coverage, or coverage for that, any coverage for that matter. This solidifies their understanding that if something happens to me tomorrow, my family gets $360,000, man, my income continues to go on for the rest of their life. You guys with me? That's why it's imperative that they understand this dime theory. Key close give 3 plans for coverage. So you're basically going to say, if they're underprotected, can you see how your family's dangerously underprotected? They say yes. If you died prematurely, would you feel comfortable having your family struggle financially? Of course not. I don't want to struggle financially. If we put together an affordable plan that properly protected your family, would you implement that plan? And a lot of times, honestly, I'll say would you consider implementing the plan? Because if I said, would you implement the plan today? Sometimes that may meet with a little bit of resistance, because then they'll say, well, not today. But again, it's the way you feel. If you feel their momentum's good and you're closing and they're excited and you feel like this is something that they feel strongly about, then say, would you do it today? But if they're kind of a little bit unsure or not 100%, then say, would you consider it? So what I'm going to do real quick, bear with me. I'm going to run a couple numbers. Proceed to the quotes section. Give a minimum of 3 quotes below. So I'm I did a 35-year, 500,000, 400,000, 25. I don't know. These are just hypothetical numbers that I jotted on there. 125, 500, 300, 25, $100 a month, 500, 150, 25,000. Okay, so now here's the main close here. Okay, and I'm moving this so I can read it here. All right, so bottom line, John and Mary looking at your situation. I want everybody to say it with me, okay? So bottom line, John and Mary looking at your situation, looking at what you feel is important to your family, looking at what you feel is the right thing to do, and looking at what is most financially possible. If you had a choice between this one, this one, and this one, which one would you feel would be in the best interest of your family for the long run? I just want to let you know up front. I'm losing you guys here. Louder. I just want to let you know up front that I can't actually guarantee that we can give you this coverage. Okay, now, that's called a what? Takeaway close. That's a takeaway. I want to take it away from you. Okay, I don't know if I can give this to you. And they go, wait a minute. What do you mean you can't give it to me? If I want it, I'll make you give it to me. You understand that? I'll tell you, man. Don't tell me I can't have it if I want it. So now I want it even more because you told me I might not be able to get it. That is the takeaway close. So you have to be aware of these little things that we're doing that's giving you an advantage in this sales process. Okay? I can't guarantee that you would be medically qualified.
Can't guarantee that you're medically qualified.
I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Now, stop. Listen to those words. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Those are powerful, powerful, powerful. After all that we went through tonight, this is powerful. Okay? Now you're in charge. They've said yes 10 times so far tonight. Okay? I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to ask you a few medical questions. And then we'll go from there. Does that sound fair? You see what we're doing? Right? This is not a difficult thing here, y'all. This is everything. This is what's going to make your life easy. Because it's almost never that somebody will tell you, no, it does not sound fair. But remember, I went through a lot of different steps to get to that point. If you're always skipping all the steps and you ain't closing, that's probably why you're not closing, because you're skipping all of the steps. You're not getting all of those little yeses. So then you get to the end and they're like, well, I just want to think about it, and I don't think it's right for me right now, and we got to think about it, and maybe we'll do it another time, but not right now, and blah, 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 right? We need to pray on it. We need to, there's all these different objections that you could get. I can't afford it. All these things that you're getting. But you could have eliminated all. I rarely get objections. Rarely get objections. So, make your life easy. Thank you for watching our short clips on Alonzo Academy. If you'd like to watch the next short clip, click here. If you'd like to watch the entire podcast, click here.